Okay, welcome back everyone. Let's jump back into Promise Mascot Agency, see how far we can make it. Let's go ahead and just get some of the busy work stuff out of the way first. And we'll run through this a few times. Like, I think once you max a store out, you really just want to send them rare stuff. But you really have to get the common stuff, just because it gives you so much of it. That's what allows you to level up the stores. You little fucker. Okay, why did the one claw not close? That was a little weird. Okay. I do wish time still passed while I was doing this. Like, it would get a little annoying have the mascot stuff, like, interrupt me trying to do this, but at the same time, it'd be nice to know that they're finishing their jobs while I'm working on this. Oh shit, so that's new. That's new. I thought we had gotten everything from them, but I guess not. hate that fucking bird. Like, if they just made it a little bigger. But I feel like every time I go to pick it up, it always does that. I just realized we have more than one bird on this storefront. So I'm guessing each one has 3 rarity levels. So I guess if I was trying to grind out and make sure like I collected each one, I just look up the ones I don't have. Or look up the ones I do have and just know like if I completed all of this mascot's items, just never pick up another one of them. It's like the claw actively doesn't want to hold on to the bird. Okay, he might... yeah, he'll fall. I overshot that one. Fuck it, don't care though. Okay, let's work on... Ask him about the mines again. Ask Mayako about the deed. I think they're pretty close to one another, too. Why aren't you turning? Why the fuck are you doing that, dude? Like, I feel like something in town is making this shit glitch sometimes. How are we doing on money to her? She's fine, okay. I guess we'll talk to the cat first. I guess we'll talk to her. I thought she was further out than the cat, but I guess not. Welcome to Suzuki Cafe. Name on the deed. I apologize for troubling you about the past again. The past is inescapable in this town. We have discovered the matriarch Shimazu's names on the deed for the mines. We believe they were left to her by your son's will. We assume that Suzushi received the deed upon her husband's death, or upon your husband's death, because you wanted out of this life. If I can offer you some advice, Michizane, you should leave this to your matriarch. Some things are better off being kept from the light. I understand that she has secrets that need protecting. However, I am her lieutenant, and it is my responsibility to protect her at all costs. There's a large conspiracy working against my family. Whatever is happening threatens to destroy everything Matriarch Shimazu has built. I am the janitor. I will clean up whatever mess she needs me to, whether she knows it or not. Please, Miss Suzuki, do you know anything about this? I'm sorry, I took an oath to a man I devoted my life to. I'm sure you can relate. I am truly sorry. This is for your matriarch to decide. If she decides to tell you, I can't help it. I made a promise to someone, and I will keep it. I hope you understand. I do. Sometimes promises are all we have. Sorry for digging into all this, Grandma. You are a wonderful granddaughter, Pinky. I always suspected that you'd be the one to change this town. Man, this feels like something awesome's going to happen. Nothing awesome happens in my world. Stop being such a downer. We're about to change this whole damn world. I think you might be right. We need to get going. How many more of the debates do we have to do? Cleanse of sin, open old paths. So there's still an old path we missed too. I'm hoping that's storyline related, because I didn't see it anywhere on the map. Hello again. Need to ask you about the past. Thought you might. You come into town to have stirred up a lot of old ghosts. What do you know about the mines? You first. I know there's an accident and a lot of the Yakuza workers died in it. I know the matriarch Shimazu's name is on the deed to the land, and I know that Don Key had something to do with running the workers. Guess my dream of dying before all of this was known is over. Fine. You ever meet your boss's father-in-law? Old Patriarch Shimazu? He died before I was recruited. He was a good man, but he got himself and his family into trouble. You better off hearing the history from your boss, but her husband ran the mine operation after old man Shimazu bought the mines. The people here were poor, and the town was bankrupt. Your boss gave local people jobs and a place in the Shimazu family. I never heard about this, or met anyone that worked here before coming to Kasamachi. You wouldn't have done. The curse got everyone young. It wasn't a low-level thing. I wasn't a low-level thug. I didn't go into the mines much. What happened with the disaster? No one knew how to run a mine. The company that used to dig there went bankrupt and just abandoned it. Some locals had work there and started the machinery back up and told the new guys where to dig. They dug into a weak tunnel. It looked like a big new deposit, and they were too eager to get in there. They didn't put enough supports in, and it collapsed when the rain waters flooded in. You know this was a cover-up? The mayor and old Patriarch Shimazu paid everyone off. Even you? The Kazuya family has always struggled. The damage was done. Me not taking the cash wasn't going to bring these workers back to life. So Matriarch Shimazu and Don Key were involved in this. Matriarch Shimazu's a good leader. She looked after the workers. Whatever else I think of your family, you've always looked after their people. She was in her 20s then, but she acted like an experienced mother. Everyone loved her. She made sure they got paid and fed. Don ran the gang side, recruiting workers, fending off other families, and graduating workers to officers. They were always a good pair. The late young Patriarch Shimazu ran the whole family and took care of the business. I don't know all the details. I was from a different family. Some of my boys worked there, but I knew enough to get paid off. Why was the Kasu family working at Shimazu Mine? Your family were always good to us back then, before we got excommunicated. Some of us swore oaths between families. Your old patriarch let us get some work from the mines. In turn, we introduced them to the Nakamura Alliance. And you were going to take this to your grave? The cover-up about the mines and secrets about who owns it would have torn your family apart if it got out. I didn't want that on me. When you're a boss, you know things that are too dangerous to let out. Your job is to shoulder them silently for the good of your family. Now, though, the janitor is here to clean up all the mess, right? We'll see about that. Something bigger than the Shimazu family is happening here. I get the feeling that everything is about to unravel. I don't doubt that. Secrets can only be contained for so long. They have a life of their own. Do you have any ideas what these secrets could be? Industrial negligence, for one. The shaft that collapsed wouldn't have been caused if they knew what they were doing. Why didn't they hire any professionals? You're a professional mascot agency manager before coming here. We all have flaws. Your patriarch was too optimistic. He believed that enthusiasm and hard work could do anything. Patriarch Shimazu didn't like management, didn't trust them after his run-in with the unions back before he formed your family. He believed in his men, and they believed in him. That is the receipt for hoping for the best and ignoring problems. There weren't any accidents before the disaster. They all got complacent and cocky. I got nothing but respect for them, but professionals are professional for a reason, whatever you believe in or not. Anyway, the investigation was a cover-up. Freak accident. The typhoon may have been freak, but the accidents weren't. Someone should have taken the fall, but everyone got away with it. Other than that, a family always needs a place to hide secrets. A buried mine shaft protected by a curse can hold a lot of secrets. I have no idea what's down there. It ain't my business. This was all kept a secret because the mines were sold to Yakuza. The mayor shouldn't have sold them to no one. They're supposed to be owned by the town. Definitely shouldn't have sold them to Yakuza. Your patriarch got it all done nice and legal. No one can just take it off the Shimazu without exposing what the mayor did. It's all a big scandal, and if the government gets involved, the mayor will be finished. Thank you for talking with us. Appreciate the work you've been giving my boys. They're good kids. Don't know what the future holds, but I appreciate it if you can keep an eye out for them. I was raised by matriarch Shimazu, and we always look after our people. Boss, we've got something for you. You guys better not be slacking off work. Keep quiet, Goblin. What did you find out? The mayor called us to his office, said he had a job for us. We got there, and he was flapping his gums on the phone. What did you hear? Door was shut, so we could only hear bits of it. It wasn't talking about the mines. What's with the mines anyway? Why is the mayor always talking about shady dudes about them? That's what we're trying to find out. What did he talk about? We couldn't hear much. He hung up and called us in, told us to trash the agency and burn it down for a big reward. Are you going to do it? Of course not. We work for you now. That old geezer can screw himself. I appreciate it. He said that some Yakuza big shot is coming to town later. Apparently, the guy's gonna solve all the mayor's problems. Maeda seems pretty happy and drunk. We need to find out who this Yakuza big shot is. Thank you for the information, boys. Pinky will start you out at a bonus. Well, we'll sort you out a bonus. Thanks, boss. What's the plans? Is Poltergeist ready for another operation? Am I? I mean, solid copy janitor actual. We need to find out who the mayor is meeting. Think it's my dad? We need to find out. I'm going to sneak into the mayor's office and hide in the locker. You watch out from across the river and let me know when the targets are on their way. Let's get Oscar Mike. Yeah, I kind of wish that was a mascot card we could get, or if that was like a permanent dress-up thing for Pinky. Why is it turning? Why the fuck does it randomly do that? Poltergeist, this is the janitor actual. Toki just arrived. Solid. Copy, I'm in position. Good, I can hear everything clearly. I can hear them coming. Going radio silent. You're taking too long, Maeda. Me, you're not showing any results either. I've tried everything I can. The deed is locked down legally. We have exhausted our options. I've decided to become more aggressive. Aggressive? Both of your futures rely on getting these mines. Or both of our futures rely on getting these mines. My new family is waiting, and you need to keep out of trouble. What are you planning? I'm going to kill her and take the mines. The family will finally die and be forgotten. If she isn't around, she can just take the mine. Wait, if she isn't around, we can just take the mines. There will be no one to contest them. After that, the Nakamura Alliance will agree to anything the Fujiwara Syndicate wants. Once we have the deed, it can be buried and the secrets will be hidden forever. Fujiwara must have a good offer for you. My own subsidiary, none of Shimazu's traditions, free reign to do things how I want. Will you be based in this town? You must be joking. The Fujiwara are welcome to the mines. Someone else can manage those. When are you going to do it? Soon. I have one more thing I want to do to make them suffer. I want to see their spirits completely crushed before I finish her. Come here was risky, but I need to see the precious little agency. I need to see what I'm going to destroy. And what about your agreement? Our agreement. It still stands. We need government attention off of this town. Good. I can offer you a drink before you go. Some good stuff was delivered to my home. Not today. You enjoy yourself. I will do. Time to celebrate. Mother heckers. Poltergeist, come in. Loud and clear. Janitor actual. Exfiltrating now. We need to speak to your boss. You're going to kill her for the mines. Or they're going to kill her for the mines. Let's get back to the agency. We need to call Nui and Yui.
なんであたいはいつも悪い男の言いなりになっちゃうんかな。ね、計画は？
俺らには時間の中。奴が福岡に戻っとる間にみんなをここに呼び集めんといかん。俺の家族を守らんば。
じゃあみんなに電話してよ。あたい部屋を用意しとくからさ。
おじちゃん、なぜ電話したのですか？
トキはどこにおるかわかるか？
なんで気にすっと？トキはおじちゃんの尻拭いしとるとこち。
それで
トキは町の外で昔の組員と会っております。島津には味方が必要
Oh
です、ね。
shit, are they in on it too?
いや、奴は過疎町におるとぞ。さっき町長と会いよった。姉さんば殺そうとしとる。
本当ですか？なぜトキが過疎町にいるのでしょう？
ゆい、こちらポルターガイスト。合言葉、狐が俺を眠らせないった。
うん、了解。ポルターガイスト。ヌイ、所長とドンを連れてこい。ここを出るけ。邪魔する連中は全員。おじちゃん、私たちには隠れ家がないのです。他の組に奪われてしまいましたから。
過疎町に来んね。
できん。タタリがドンを襲うっちゃ。
タタリはでっち上げない。姉さんとドンが町を守るために広めた嘘たい。
どういうこと？
ゆい、姉さんとドンが危なか。事務所で一緒に守るぞ。
了解。すぐ参ります。ありがとう、おじちゃん。
So is this like the final stretch?
何やったと？
ジョーちゃんたちが保険金詐欺とか暴動の仕掛け方とか教えてくれたとき、緊急用のコードネームと合言葉も決めたんだよ。
口添えありがとうな。
Welcome to the Promise Mascot Agency, boss. Thank you, Michi. I'm sorry for the trouble we're causing you. Are you okay, boss? Do you have any trouble getting out of Fukuoka? Relax, Uncle. We're here. We were there. We're glad our code phrase came in handy, Pinky. Oh my god, girls, that was awesome. I'm really glad you taught me how to break into government-owned buildings. You did good, kid. Sorry about before. I know you hate me, but thank you. Whatever, Dad. Please make yourselves at home. Uncle, no one knows we're here except for you and Toki. We can assume that he isn't speaking to the Nakamura Alliance because he caused all of this. We are all in your care now. You can stop sending money to us. If the Nakamura Alliance finds us here and comes to take Mother's head, we will make our last stand. Thank you for everything that you have done for us and all the money you have sent. You never need to thank me, boss. We're ready to talk when you are. We owe you an explanation, but I know you have work to attend to. We'll be waiting for you. I'm really hoping that the payoff thing that I've been doing just doesn't end up being moot. Boss Shimazu ready to explain what's going on? BT dubs, you notice that the Hinabane flowers are blooming early this year? I didn't even know we had them growing here. They bloom whenever Matriarch Shimazu goes. She has been touched by death and lived in mourning ever since. That's cool as hell. I get the feeling that this is going to be a long talk to make sure you've got some time to spare. Do you want to speak to her, or shall I stall her a while? You can take care of other business in the office. You know what, let's just go ahead and finish it. I think it's time we found out what's going on in this town. Awesome, let's go. Time to tell you some things. This should be good. Pinky, we'll sort out your family history later. Ask what you want, Michizane. We owe you some explanations. Thank you, boss. We have managed to uncover a number of parts of this mystery, but there are still things we don't know. Can I ask why the family was running the mine? Our original patriarch, my father-in-law, purchased the mines from the mayor. The town was bankrupt, and the mayor needed a large amount of money quickly. The Shimazu family ran the mines as a workers' co-op. Young men of the town would work in the mines and became family members, eventually getting promoted out. Old Patriarch Shimazu oversaw the operation, while young Patriarch Shimazu handled the details. Don recruited the workers, and I made sure they were paid, fed, and treated well. Why did you need the mining operation? My father-in-law used to be a mine worker in another town. Like all mine workers, he was treated badly and suffered at the hands of the union busters. When the mines he worked at closed, he fell into the Yakuza. He rose through the ranks quickly, married and raised his son, my late husband. After he formed the Shimazu family, the opportunity to buy the mines came up and he took it. He was an idealist and wanted to run it properly, treated the workers fairly and paying well. It was going well, but we should have hired experienced foremen. The young workers didn't know what they were doing, and the disaster happened. So the mayor sold the mines to Yakuza because he was desperate. The town was bankrupt, and he needed money quickly. We made him the best offer. Leasing it would have made more money over time, but he needed a lump sum quickly to cover up his mistakes. He never should have sold them, and he certainly shouldn't have sold them to a crime family. That's the heart of all of this. A crime family owning government land where a disaster occurred. Why didn't you tell me about this before I came to town? I never thought you would I never thought you would have been embroiled in this. We ran the mines in the 80s and left town in 1991. I thought it would be ancient history. So this is why it's a forbidden topic. If the truth came out, the government would destroy us. Our family would be picked apart. We would be imprisoned. We deserve to be punished for what happened, but that would help no one. I couldn't let my dream die of peace between the Fukuhara families. Too many people are depending on us to make things stable. Everything that happened with the mines would tear the family apart. If I came to light, I had to erase history as much as possible. I'm truly sorry, Michizane. I never thought that you'd become embroiled in our history with the mines. I knew it was possible, but I was out of options. You were too tenacious when it comes to cleaning up my problems. I share the same flaw as my late husband and his father, optimism. The disaster was caused by a typhoon hitting and trapping workers in a badly secured tunnel. They were trying to get as much as they could out of the new tunnel, if I understand it correctly. Sadly, yes. A once-in-a-generation typhoon hit the area. The workers had just discovered a rich new seam of coal. The patriarch promised them a bonus if they could get a lot ready for the next shipment out. That was before the typhoon was on the horizon. As soon as we knew it was coming, we told them to abandon the mines until the typhoon had blown over. Sadly, machismo ran rampant in the workers. The promise of a bonus was too much, and a lot of the workers stayed in the mines. When the typhoon hit, the mines flooded. We tried to get the workers out, but they'd been too hasty with the supports in the new tunnel. The supports collapsed, and they were trapped. They drowned in the flood while we tried to get them out. We wept for them, but there was nothing we could do. After that, the townspeople wanted us out. They blamed us for inflicting the Kasumachi curse on them. There was a dummy investigation, but we paid the police and their superiors off. The Shimizu family had a secret to hide, and so did the mayor. We shouldn't have sold the town's land to criminals. An investigation was opened, but the Shimizu family funded the mayor's attempt to bribe the investigation, correct? He knew how to make the investigators go away, but he needed money. So the Shimizu family gave him the money to buy a hotel, trips, meals, and call girls for the investigation company. Not just the investigation company, but the oversight committee as well. Everybody got paid off, and the investigation concluded it was a freak accident. We had good intentions, but those aren't the same as proper safety procedures. What we did amounted to gross negligence. We were to be held responsible, the family would have been destroyed. You know some very specific things. How'd you find all this out? I broke into the mayor's mansion and stole all of his paperwork. Nice work, Pinky. Like, this is cool that we're getting answers, but the problem is we're basically getting answers to shit that we've already figured out. We spoke to your friend, Mr. Kaneko. Did you now? I'm sorry to say that all it took was a 97,000 yen bottle of sake to get him to talk. That son of a... What did he tell you? That he wrote the article about the curse with information that you fed him. He knew it wasn't true, but still did it and helped you perpetuate the Kasumachi curse. After the mine disaster, people in this town started believing there was a curse, that we'd angered the mountain spirits with our digging. That Tanuki statue appeared on the same night, and people got really spooked. When the men that weren't in the disaster started dying off not long after, people believed it was the curse. We need to keep people away from this town, so I made sure to spread the curse as much as I could. This is a weird town, you know? That it used to be 2 villages, and one was a bunch of savages that had an evil cult. I don't know if the mountain spirits exist or not, but other people believe in them, and that's enough for us. Telling people that the town kills Yakuza men has kept it safe until now. Toki's sculpted bud has been coming to town without a concern for the curse. He asked us to meet him at the edge of town, but then he secretly met the mayor at the mansion and town hall. The mayor knows the curse is fake. He helped spread the lie back in the 90s. That's probably how he found out about it as well. We joined the Nakamura Alliance after we left the Kasamachi. The chairman knows we were involved with the mines, but doesn't know the curse is a hoax. So, can we tell everyone that the curse is nothing but lies? No, we still need to keep Yakuza away from this town. The people here don't deserve the kind of coming and making... don't deserve our kind coming and making their lives worse. We know about the moonshine. They started making that swill by themselves. We didn't know about it. That was all on them. They had already poisoned themselves before we could tell them it was a bad idea. They were paid well, but they got it into their heads that if they could brew their own booze, they'd be even better off. Did you stop them? We tried, but you know how people are. They didn't obey the rules like they should have. Young Yakuza are all hot-headed that think they know better. They ran their little operation in the tunnels and used runoff water. They wanted to keep it a secret. The water was contaminated with all sorts of crap from the mines. When you get into the lower levels of the coal, there's some bad stuff. So, we're all drinking every night, and they only got worse after the disaster. Everyone wanted to drown their sorrows. It ain't a quick death, but it gets worse as time goes on. All of them poor souls died from liver failure caused by the moonshine. Dan and Fukukata both survived because they didn't drink the moonshine, correct? Fukukata always stayed away from the moonshine. He was an officer. Me, I missed out on liver since I'm a finger. Or I missed out on a liver since I'm a finger. You would party with the workers, but I have a taste for whiskey and the moonshine smelled foul. And you kept the lie going, saying that it comes from... that it comes for everyone, actually. People believe what they want to believe. Our patriarch didn't die from the curse, did they? Is it true that our founder had a heart condition? Yes, he had a genetic heart condition that he struggled with. He devoted himself to this project, and when the disaster happened, he was consumed by despair. It broke his heart, and it was too much for him. He was a heavy drinker, and that made it worse. Yeah, I can't get over the way, like, I can't get over how Don is, like, built. The men in the Shimazu family all suffer from heart problems. His despair and drinking triggered a fatal heart attack. How do you pronounce that? Suzushi took over after his father died, and we ran the family together. He died of a heart attack 2 years later. We spread the lie that they both died from the curse, and everyone believed it. We had to keep our families away from that town. The mines are valuable, and our mistakes would cause us too much damage if it became public. We had to use their deaths to help hide the secret and protect the family. Damn shame they both went out when they went out that way. They were too young and were both wonderful leaders. Wait, I never noticed this in the background. Is that Pinky's mom in the background? Because they said like she was like a marshmallow fairy or some shit like that. Next to the Don. Actually, all they did for everyone, and then their hearts finished them. Yes, it was an unbearable headache. I still miss Tsumushi every day. I hope he can forgive me for how he used his passing. I know he did. They were both family men who do anything to protect us all. You haven't worked out why you need to keep people away. That's so important here. Yeah, why not sell? You guys are about to be wiped out. The Shimazu family won't go down so easily. We're protecting the mines for us and... We're protecting the mines for us and for you. Pinky, you don't know this, but the Shimazu family have made a promise to you. To me? Your father has given his life to the family. He worked too hard and never had enough time for you or your mother. I know you think he abandoned you here, but it was to protect you. He didn't want you involved in this life. You were his angel, and this life is too dangerous. If someone wanted to get to him, they'd get to you first. My husband and I promised this agency and the mines to you. You would have a business and land to sell, a chance to live a peaceful life. What? That's the truth. I've made a lot of mistakes with you, Pinky. You deserve a better father. I did what I could, but it wasn't enough. It isn't anything near what I owe you, but the bosses wanted to make it right so much as they could. I thought you were just a deadbeat dad who ran away from his obligations. It broke my heart, but it was better you think that. I didn't want you to close the distance between us and get involved in this life. I don't regret being an outlaw, as it was my only choice, but you're too good for that. Always were. You got your mother's nice side. We'll talk about it later. Have a heart-to-heart. Hang on. I'm 30 goddamn 4, and you've been mopping horrifying fluids up in this love hotel until you need Michi to come here. When were you planning on letting me have this cash cow and give me a chance to enjoy living? We need to complete the exchange with the Hara Federation to buy our safety. I can't give the mines to you until the janitor has cleaned them. Me? They need to be cleaned. For that to happen, we need to be free from the predations of the Fujiwara. I'm sorry, I need you to trust me. We will make it up to you. Okay, so is this going to explain the 12 billion that I'm still going to probably have to owe after this? The Tanuki statue suddenly appearing was a good coincidence. The spirits in the town work in mysterious ways. The first patriarch wanted to build it as a gift to the town, correct? He was really too proud of this town. When he bought the mines, the town was bankrupt and there was no work. The mines helped the town rebuild. It was tough work, but everyone worked together. Humans and mascots worked and partied together. There was a mascot in town called Kokomaru that liked making things. Big Coke works for us. Really? I had no idea what happened to him after we left town. He was good with the clay that we pulled out of the mines. The patriarch asked him to make the statue as a surprise. He felt that the town had been blessed with good fortune and wanted the Tanuki at the entrance of the town to keep bringing in good fortune. Kokomaru had been building it up in the hills, but the typhoon caused a landslide and slid down the lake. People got the shapeshifter myth into their heads and started talking like the Tanuki was a guardian the town from the Yakuza. I didn't tell him otherwise. See, like, all of this is really good information, but again, we know it already. The mayor's been going crazy trying to get control of the mines. Do you have any idea why? The mayor contacted me a year ago or so. He was ranting about the mines deed. He said we had them illegally and the mines belonged to the town. The purchase was conducted legally by my father-in-law. They were passed down to his son, who left them to me. I legally own them. I suspect he needs a lot of money quickly and wanted to sell the mines. I had no idea who would want to buy them, though. The land is difficult to build on. Coal is imported now, and there are a lot of dead bodies down there. We wouldn't sell to anyone legitimate. Why does the Fujiwara Syndicate want the mines? Drug smuggling. We used to use them for contraband. They're perfectly positioned on the coast close to Korea. The mayor will turn a blind eye to the boats ferrying drugs into the tunnels. The coastline is riddled with mines and tunnels dug during the war. It wouldn't be hard to start connecting them to create a network that could possess that can process and disperse the drugs to different towns. Our alliance with the Hara Federation in Tokyo could have made our territory impregnable, shutting the Fujiwara syndicate out of the Kyushu for good. So they sabotaged our deal with the Hara Federation and forced you into selling the mines. I presume so. The interesting part is that the only person who knows that I own the mines is the mayor. Fujiwara must have some leverage on the mayor, and he is being forced to get the mines from them. They may be monsters, but they know just marching in and taking over will attract too much attention to their covert drug operation. If there is truly no other option, we could sell them. I don't understand why the mayor would want to sell the mines to the Fujiwara. He'd have more to gain by holding on to them and getting repeated payments from Fujiwara. I suspect he's got himself into a lot of trouble and needs a lot of money quickly. He's a fool if he thinks Fujiwara are going to just give him all of that money, and that will be the end of it. He has chosen a poor path. Think this is related to the Kyushu Rejuvenation Funds? The what? A fund that was given to struggling towns. Kasumachi received it 2 years ago, but it wasn't spent until now. Maybe the Fujiwara have provided him with the money after he lost it. We have an associate in this town hall who is helping us investigate the connection. We should wait for him before we speculate. Sounds like a good bet there. Toki betrayed us. I'm sorry I didn't catch it. I knew something was up with him. You were too close to him and didn't see it. I've done this for long enough to see when someone's being turned. He was whining on and on about the future of the family, doing things differently and getting his own subsidiary. Then it just stopped. I figured he'd been turned. I didn't know if it was cops or another family that got to him. Now we know it was the Fujiwara. They must have offered him something big, or he must think we're poor. Think very poorly of us. If you suspected something wasn't right, why did you let him be part of the exchange? I didn't have anything concrete, just suspicions. If it was the police, we'd have enough contacts to know if he'd narked on the deal happening. If it was another family, I assumed it was someone in the Nakamura Alliance who'd still want to deal to go ahead. He's ambitious. The other families like to look at him. If it was them, then it'd be a simple poach-in, not a total betrayal. I was naive and didn't think the crap stain in Fujiwara had got to him. What are you going to do about him? We don't know where he is. We left quickly and made sure he didn't know. Our surveillance at the HQ is still operational, and we can see that he returned to find us gone after that, and left and hasn't returned. So we've got a loose cannon with perfect thighs, and a lot of loose running, and a lot to lose running around out there. He's dangerous. We're here now, Uncle. We can try what he wants, but he'll end up in pieces. I'd rather avoid that. He's a traitor, but he's still family. We're gonna need to deal with him. He's made his choices. So long as we prevent him from doing anything that hurts us, the world will deliver his fate. Besides, he's got the Fujiwara on his case. They'll cut him into pieces for us. What if I commanded Michizane? Then it will happen, boss. What else is there in the mines? For all of this cover-up, there must be other things you want to keep secret. Our ties to the disaster are enough. We want the mines forgotten, so our mistakes can't come back and haunt us. Forgive me, boss, but I know there is more. Can you tell me about Mieko? What about her? She knows a secret about these mines that she refuses to tell me. She's made a promise to your father-in-law and kept it a secret. You certainly have been digging through the town. That is her story to tell, not mine. I too took an oath not to divulge the secret, but I think you need to know about it. Can you take us to see her after this discussion? Yes. Is that everything? I believe so. I apologize for keeping this from you, but we don't know what was happening. We were in the middle of a crisis. I understand, boss. You all need to stay here. There are people... Excuse me. There are people we can trust in this town. We've got our own gang of thugs and men on the inside, and we've got an army of mascots. What else do you want? Thank you, Michi. You were certainly made a good new family here. I was lost when I arrived here, but they have all accepted me for who I am. No matter what happens, I'm very proud of you, Michi. Thank you, boss. I always try to remember how you raised me. Please make yourselves at home. We will figure out our next step soon. Aren't you forgetting something, boss? What? We need heroes. This is not the time. Get the broom out of your ass. What are you talking about? We need mascot support heroes. When the mascots get in trouble, heroes help them out. Pinky, would you two be heroes? I'm not sure that would be appropriate. Please, Matriarch Shimazu. Oh, so cute. Of course. How could I be so callous? We would love to. Works every time. Good grief. Anything we can do to help, kiddo. Fantastic. You don't need to do this. But Pinky is so cute and needs our help. Good grief. Pinky, we should phone Mr. Sato. Hello, Mr. Michizane? Mr. Sato, we have some answers to some of our questions. My boss, Matriarch Shimazu, has come to town and filled in on some gaps in the mystery. I was half expecting this to turn out to be a false thing. I see. Thank you for sharing that information with me. Like, I was half expecting it to turn out that he's actually, like, corrupt and this is all fake or some shit. I shall continue to investigate the connection between the mayor and the Fujiwara Syndicate. I shall be in touch. I shall be in touch as soon as we learn anything. Thank you. We'll do the same. She's only... Okay. Then why did you send me to live with Grandma? She was an old-school Yakuza wife. She got a full-body tattoo. Your grandma wanted a fresh life, too. She had lost her husband, and Tsuyoshi was moving back to the city with the boss. She wanted out of this. Tsuyoshi wasn't about to say no to his mom. I went to her on my knees and asked her to take care of you. She understood. She knew Tsuyoshi and Mayumi needed me to help rebuild the family. Since when do you use Shimazu family's name? Hey, I'm pouring my heart out here. She ain't here to hear me, so keep it to yourself. We agreed that she'd tell you that I was a deadbeat who abandoned you. Didn't want you to come looking. Then you did then why did you three badasses come to see me all this time? Mayumi felt terrible about me leaving you here. She wanted to take care of you the same way. She used to take her trips with the girls to get them out of the city. She wanted some kind of normal life for them. Mayuko did okay for a bit. She looked after you, but as you grew up, she didn't like the early retired life. She worked here with Mama, but we sent her the money to buy her cafe. Then Mayumi paid to have the old hotel cleaned up and let you try your hand at the mascot business. I'm sorry it didn't work out. Don't be. You did what you could, but it was difficult times then. The mascot industry wasn't what it is now. I'm sorry that I made you feel abandoned for all these years. I just didn't want to put my angel in danger. That's what you people don't understand. Danger always finds everyone you know. You sent the janitor to live with me. You saying you'd rather have gotten into our life? I'll admit, I went to do kidnapping and extortion, but I like this town. I love my grandma, and Shiori is the best friend I could ask for. So, where do we go from here, kiddo? Well, Dad, you have some making up to do. I want a tanto knife, a nice one with an engraving. Why? I have a family here I gotta protect. I have a family here I have to protect them. Someday I'm going to get Michi into therapy, and he's probably completely unraveled. I'll see what I can do. Any chance we can hang out like father and daughter? Tanto knife first, then you can have the daddy-daughter day. I'm looking forward to it. It's a fair trade, Pinky. Shit, where are we taking? Let me get into the cafe, right? Miss Suzuki, I have spoken with Matriarch Shimazu. Would you be willing to talk to us about the mines? The time has come, has it? Very well. Thank you. I shall return with her soon. I thought he was about to send me back to the fucking agency.
Suzuki-san, お久しゅうございます。
島津の組長、ほんと久しぶりやね。もっとマシな状況でここに来てくれたらよかったとけどね。
おっしゃる通りです。
それじゃ担当直入にいい？そこにおる若い種の道真が謎を全部解き明かそうと。
その通りです。あたしらでこの町で起こっとることのほとんどを解明しました。すべてを知ったわけではありませんが、藤原会と町長が私に炭鉱の売却を求めとるのも分かっております。
ろくでなしどもが九州に大挙して進出しようとしとるんやね。
あたしらは部下の一人に裏切られました。奴は原創業との取引中に情報を漏らしてあたしらを撃ったとですよ。
そいつらは何のために炭鉱場欲しがっとっとね。
麻薬と武器を韓国から密輸するのだと推測しております。
なんでまた炭鉱を？本土とつながっとうわけでもなかとに。
坑道は浜の一つに面しているので、沖合の船と炭鉱を 漁船で行き来すれば運べます。奴らは行動で積み荷を処理して島の反対側からボートで本土へ運び出すのでしょう。過疎町のもう一つの利点は腐った町長がおることです。自分の利益になる限り何でも目こぼしするやつですから。
アンクズは金や権力のためなら何でもします。新車を変えようもんなら喜んで藤原会にこん町を差し出す勢いっちゃ。
町長はとんでもない腰抜けやし、藤原はその手合いを操る術を。
この島の札どもは匂いも追わなきゃ噛みつきもしないしね。
藤原会が関わることで事態は最悪になっとる。炭鉱の秘密に藤原が関係しとるんよ。それがバレた時はあんたらもただでは済まんやろね。秘密を明かすことを死んだ旦那が許してくれるとよかけど。
こんなことになってしまい申し訳ありません。その上あなたの約束を破らせてしまうなんて。
私ね、旦那と約束を2つしたんよ。これから言う秘密を守ること、そして一家を守り抜くこと。あれは昭和59年、旦那と私は主だった組長が集まる会合に出席したと。そん時藤原会の傘下の組長が私を気に入って言い寄ってきたんよ。それが何週間も続いてね。奴は私を物にしようと過疎町に何度も足を運んできてさ、あまりにバカバカしくてね。私の旦那への愛は崩れん。そうやなかったとしても連中は平気で仇を傷つけるし、仁義や礼節のかけらもなか。旦那は悪か言葉してきたかもしれんけど、奴が最後に町へ来た時妙に調子づいとったんよ。私の旦那は心優しい人やったとさ。でもね、愛する者のためやったら暴力はためらわんかもしれんやったと。当時幹部が茶カバ持ち歩くとは普通やったんよ。伝統を無視して暴力ば好むギャングやファミリーが私らには守るもんがようけあったし、茶カもよか値段で手に入ったんよ。旦那は攻撃用じゃなくて護身用として見とったけどね。その日藤原の付きまといは手のつけられんくなって旦那が激怒したんよ。そしてそいつの眉間を茶化で撃っちまったのさ。旦那はいつも衝動的やったけど、そいつの目から命の抜けていく様を見て自分の犯した過ちに気づいたと。島津の人間が茶化を使ったのはそれが初めてで、もし傘下の組長を撃ったことの知られたら藤原会は私らに攻め入って島津一家を潰しとったやろうな。あれはあってはならない過ちやった。旦那は即座に一家で茶化の使用を禁じたんよ。死体は持ってた茶化全部と一緒に炭鉱へ捨てた。何もかもが忘れ去られるよう投げ捨てた。ドンと旦那で奴の車を本土の崖から落として事故に遭ったように見せかけたとさ。
あいつ悪か物をぎょうさん運び寄ったな。酔っ払って事故を起こしタコみたいに崖から落っこちてったように見せかくとは。
もちろん藤原会が奴を探しに来たさ。納得したようには見えんかったけど、いずれにせよ。
つまり奴らが炭鉱を手に入れたら死体と銃が見つかるということですか。
あんバカは金の詰め物とひどか見た目の指輪をはめとったっちゃ。おいたちは慌てとってただそこに投げ捨てたわい。それに茶化は中国から仕入れたガラクタやったっちゃ。威力の低かフォローポイント弾やった。
確か着弾の衝撃で弾頭が潰れて貫通しないやつだよな。
なんでそがんこと知っとったや。
ゆいが人質救出レッスンの時教えてくれたんだよ。
藤原は当時私らを潰したがっとったけど、中村連合の牽制があったのと証拠が見つからんかったとでそうはならんやったっちゃ。でももし連中が炭鉱で死体を見つけたら原創業からの支援も失ってしもうた今、味方するもんはおらんやろ。そうなったら藤原の武装集団がやってきて一家は潰さるっちゃ。
何としても連中から炭鉱を遠ざけるぞ。
つまりこの炭鉱はあたいへの慰謝料として譲られる予定だったのに、そこにはヤクザの構想を引き起こすような死体があるってこと？
Good point, Pinky.
どんな慰謝料だよ、まったく。
Very good point, Pinky.
ああ、我が子よ、置き去りにしてすまなかった。土地をやるから売ってくれ。ところで誰かがそこに入ったら俺たちの汚い秘密が見つかって大騒動になるかもな。
Even more good points, Pinky.
すまんかった。あんたが知るはずな価値を思うとったっけ。ほとぼりが冷めたら道に始末させて安全にしてから売るはずだったんよ。
あんたらどうかしてるよ。
お前なら裏社会を根っこから揺さぶるような銃と秘密でいっぱいの洞窟を相続できれば喜ぶやろうと思っとったけどな。
Also fair point, Michi.
確かに一理あるよ。ダークな謎と銃が詰まった地下室なんて悪女のアターにはふさわしいかもだね。オッケー、ありがとう親父。
鈴木さん、秘密を明かしていただきありがとうございました。
で、これからどうすっと？
町役場で働いている友人がパズルの最後のピースば探しています。なぜ町長が炭鉱の売却に必死なのか、それが分かれば藤原を炭鉱から遠ざけ島津一家を救うための計画が立てられます。
そげんこつできっとね。
こいつは姉さんのためなら何でもやっちゃうって。で、あたいもバカで目障りなうっさんどもぶっ潰す覚悟はできてるよ。
あんたら軍隊みたいなもんを相手にすっとよ。
俺には守らにゃならん約束があり。
自分のしおることの分かっとればよかけどね。
鈴木さん、もし藤原を阻止できなかったら奴らはあなたまで狙ってきます。
美恵子ばあちゃんのことは心配せんでよかよ。銃は全部が全部炭鉱に捨てたわけじゃなかとさ。ちょろまかしといたごついの。
God
連
damn.
中が来たらもっとっけんね。
こよすぎだよおばあちゃん。
ほら、さっさと行きな。仕事のあったやろ。
Boss, I just got a message from Double T. They say that they know why the mayor wants to sell the mines. Where are they? They want to meet at the agency. TOKI says that the election results are getting close. He says we should do an election rallies that we want to do before going to meet them. Your call, boss. You know what, let's go see if we can finish those. Where's that phone at? Because I think there's one or two that we're missing.
Hi!
Oh shit, they brought us up to rank 1. Number 1, I always knew Kakigori was the star in the making. Boss, we did it. We're the top-ranking agency in Kyushu Regional Grand Prix. We're the best agency in Kyushu. Our mascots have worked very hard. I hope I get better class of groupie now. I think there was one at the water treatment. Maybe the hot springs. Yeah. The hot spring resort is a wonderful place. I've been to a lot of luxury hot springs, but none of them compare to this. I have defended the resort from being acquired by real estate moguls. That's a lie. You've been enticing them here to try and get the owner to sell it. You want to turn this bathhouse into a luxury nightmare and get kickbacks. We can attract wealthy corporate clients to the hot springs and turn it into a corporate retreat. That literally goes against the opposite of what he just said. Do you only ever think about money? Corporations ruin everything. I will focus on promoting the hot springs to normal people and incentivize families to come to our town. I want to invest in the care for the area around the hot springs. You allowed construction company to leave an unfinished hotel on the side of the mountain. I'll put environmental protection orders in place to prevent that. I don't know if there'll be one here at the mountain summit, but we can double check. Is it just the one by the game center now? I want to attract more people to sell here and food trucks. This isn't the kind of place. This market is for local people to sell their things and what they grow. This isn't the place for food trucks. People just want a quiet little market. I want to promote more local produce being sold at local restaurants from this market. What restaurants? You drove the tourists away when the restaurants closed down. The farmers here haven't received any support either. I have been out there helping open businesses and bringing new tourism into town, and I'm going to continue. We turn all of these stalls into shops. The people here are happy with the stalls. You just want shops here so you can get your greedy little goblin hands on the profits. Just make sure there's not any more around that I'm not seeing. Looks like I got them all. Thank you for that again. Fuck it, we fast traveling. This place is getting crowded. I'm sorry if we're interrupting anything, Miss Michizane, or Mr. Michizane, Mr. Sato, Miss Wambui. Please meet the head of the Shimazu family, Matriarch Shimazu. This is Don Ki and her enforcer Nui and Yui. Mr. Sato works in the town hall and has been working with Miss Wamubi to investigate the corruption of the mayor. A pleasure to meet you all. I must thank you for helping Michi. It is unusual for one of your kind to be working with a government official like this. Where right and wrong fits into the concept of legal versus illegal can be a complicated matter. Mr. Michizane is uniquely positioned to work in the gray area between the black and the white of the law that I am able to pursue myself. He has become an exemplary member of our community. His business is succeeding, and he is helping mascots that have nowhere else to go. Mr. Michi and Pinky are a great team. I'm very proud to see my ex-student go to achieve great things. What do you think, Supreme Boss? Can I be the next head of the Shimazu family? I'm not sure about. Please. Ah, too cute. We'll think about it. Thank you for your, thank you all for taking care of my kid. Pinky takes care of us. This town is much brighter because of her. You said you found out why the mayor wants the mines? Yes, for the benefits of our new allies, we must explain about the Kyushu rejuvenation funds. Several years ago, the government created the fund for towns in Kyushu that were in need of redevelopment. Numerous towns had fallen into poverty and have been abandoned as a result of the young generation moving away. Our suffering was compounded by corruption in Town Hall. 2 years ago, we received our portion of the funds, but it wasn't spent until recently. The serendipitous moment brought Mr. Michizane to our town just as businesses were being reopened. While his exile might have started by treading the same ground as his namesake, Mr. Michizane has been blessed by the better fate. Still, many businesses in town have not received anything from the Kyushu Rejuvenation Fund, and our prosecutors from the Fukuoka began an investigation. The mayor has chosen businesses he personally likes or has ties to. Mr. Michizane has plugged the gap and brought life back into town. We think we found out what happened to the funds. The mayor embezzled it all. Indeed, someone with more power than me has managed to get access to the mayor's financial records. When the town received the money from the fund, it was immediately transferred to an account used by the mayor for his stock market trading. He made a lot of bad bets and lost the money. That's a big load of cash. If you got your bets right, you'd have doubled, tripled, or quadrupled your investment. Quite. The money never got paid out. The mayor has either lost it all, or it is tied up in long-term investments and haven't come good yet. How do you know all this? Well, I think it's time I come clean. I am the prosecutor from Fukuoka that we have all heard rumors about. My team back in Fukuoka just managed to get access to the mayor's documents. What the heck? TOKI, I apologize for deceiving you all, but this has become bigger than I can handle. I came here under the pretense of investigating the mayor's corruption. This is my home. When I found out how it had changed, I started a case and transferred here to investigate further. So, what's your real name? You flatter me, Miss Pinky. I'm not a super spy. Everything I have told you is the truth other than the real job title. If you were the prosecutor, why are you working with Yakuza on this? My need to bring the mayor to justice is too great. I need someone that could do things I couldn't. Now, I have a problem that I cannot solve without your help. The Fujiwara involved, aren't they? Indeed. The mayor has started spending the Kyushu Rejuvenation Fund despite having lost it all. I believe this happened because he got word of my investigation. He attracted our attention because the fund hadn't been spent on the town. He needed to start spending to stave off the investigation. The Fujiwara Syndicate have bailed him out and given him the funds. His end of the deal is to get them the mines. The Fujiwara are using the mayor as a way to get to the mines. Yes, and the mayor has kept the past transaction secret, and it was conducted legally. They need the paperwork to go through the mayor. How did you discover this? I sent some of the files you took from the mayor's residence back to my team for further analysis. They discovered a number of payments from the variety of different companies. All of them could be traced back to the Fujiwara front companies. I assume these transactions added up to the value of the funds allocated to Kasumachi. To the yen. They didn't give him the exact give him any extra as a favor or gift. He is being used and kept on a short leash. I understand now. All of these years ago, the mines purchased went through the proper channels. The mayor needs to acquire them legally. The Fujiwara Syndicate can't just muscle in like they would if it was a rival's territory. By sabotaging our alliance with the Hara Federation, they wanted to pressure me into selling the mines back to the town. The mayor can't afford it, so I'm sure they'd cover the cost and hand him over a barrel for the rest of his life. So let me get this straight. Years ago, the mayor sold the mines to the Shimazu family and shouldn't have. The mayor received the rejuvenation funds and embezzled it. Now he is under investigation. He needs to get a large sum of money and start spending it to get the prosecutor off his back. He doesn't have the money, so the Fujiwara Syndicate approaches him with an offer. They give him the money if he will sell the mines to them. This needs to be done legally. The only way to get you to sell the mines is to bankrupt you and force you to sell it as the last thing you own. Last question is, why you need me, Mr. Sato? He needs you for illicit stuff. I'm finally going to achieve my dream of burying a body in the woods, aren't I? What? I bet you've done that, haven't you, Dad? Michi asked me what my dream was, and I said I wanted to have a close bonding experience of driving with a dead body in the woods to bury it. Who's the target? We're not doing that yet. I became a prosecutor to bring the corrupt to justice. This country is run by bureaucrats that exploit the system to get rewards from incompetence. I quickly found that there are limits to what my position allows me to do. Justice is all I care about, Mr. Michizane, and in this situation, I fear that the justice required will not be delivered. Fujiwara Syndicate are savages that will tear this country apart. With all due respect, Yakuza activity is a blight on society. That said, I recognize that some are worse than others. The Shimazu family has been known to provide aid in natural disasters and sidestep the bureaucratic process. You regulate industries that the law struggles to touch. Most importantly, the Shimazu never deal in drugs or weapons, unlike the Fujiwara Syndicate. I can prosecute the mayor, but doing so will leave a vacuum that the Fujiwara Syndicate will exploit. You want us to deal with the Fujiwara Syndicate. If you don't, they'll encroach onto Kyushu. We'll let them get a foothold with their smuggling operation. Fujiwara Syndicate have an army. We can't defeat them if they come to us. They haven't moved on us, but they could have. I believe that is because my office hasn't made a move on the mayor. He thinks his embezzlement is still a secret. How long can you keep it from him? I'm in charge of the investigation, but at some point my superior will want results. In order to deal with the Fujiwara Syndicate, we need to get enough money to pay the Nakamura Alliance back and gain some support. God damn it! There's no way we can make 12 billion deck. We'll have to find a way. If I may, there's another pressing concern. The election results will be declared shortly. Uh-oh. Why is that a concern? Pinky is running for mayor. What? I knew you'd be annoyed. I ain't upset, you dummy. I'm so proud. I never thought one of my family would do something like this. Really? Yeah, you're doing something to help people the legit way. The people that this town raised you right when I didn't. If I may, we need to get to town hall for the results. Girls, I need you to guard the boss here while I find out the results. When we get back, we'll figure out our plans. If I win, I'll just embezzle 12 billion. Pinky. That was just a joke. Alright, what I'll probably do is we'll make it to Town Hall, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I know this one was a little short than normal, but I'm just kind of exhausted. Oh shit! Pinky's got a little thing on the mayor's house, or on the city hall now. As the government official entrusted with the responsibility, I'm honored to be able to announce the results of the election. In the landmark year, we had a new candidate enter the race for mayor, and... Oh, just get on with it. We know I've won anyways. I don't want to be stood next to a mascot any longer than I have to. I see. Without further ado, let me review the final vote tally. You better win, Pinky. Boot this old geezer out. Do you think she'll win, Michi? I don't know. Maeda has his claws in this town. I hope enough people dream of change. The restaurants have been, the results have been tallied. We had a good voter turnout this year. Hell yeah. In a landmark victory, I can declare that Pinky is the new mayor of Kasamachi. Heck yeah. This has to be a mistake. Get blasted, Maeda. This election has been rigged. There's no way a mascot freak could have won it. Sucks to be a cushy old geezer, huh? A crusty old geezer, huh? My lawyers will fix this. This is a joke. Good job, Pinks. I'm proud of you. Well done, Pinky. I'd like to thank Kasamachi for believing in me and placing your trust in me. I'd like to thank everyone that thinks I rule and made as a total clown shoes. I'd like to thank crusty old men for sucking just so... I'd like to thank crusty old men for sucking just so hard. I'd like to thank Pinky. Promise to work hard for you and do my best to make your dreams come true. Congratulations. Thank you for helping. I can't believe I'm the mayor of this town. Can I go upstairs and kick that stupid old man out of his office yet? No. You are the mayor-elect. In a few weeks, you will become mayor and move into the office. Awesome. I'll need to get some anime statues for my desk. You did very well, Pinky. I couldn't have done it without you, boss. We're unstoppable. So, now I just need to wait. A ceremony to hand over the title of mayor will happen. That may or may not happen before I make a move on him with my investigation. In the meantime, we need to get back to the agency and focus on the Fujiwara Syndicate. Indeed. Send these people out on jobs real quick. Okay, everyone, I am going to call it here for tonight. I feel like we've got to be coming to an end, like, at least pretty soon. So maybe we'll finish this up tomorrow. If not, we'll probably be done by Friday. But that is it, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for liking, sharing, following, keeping the chat alive. And I will be back on here tomorrow, hopefully around 8 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. See you all later. Bye, everyone.